the incoming guests or brand partners. There we go.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to tonight's call. It's myself, Nick Koupis, coming to you from Johannesburg, South Africa, and I've got my lovely co-host, Yonaldé Koupis. She's on my right-hand side. The other one's missing in action tonight, but it's fine. Myself and Yonaldé will do it, and we've got our African brother there, our African-American brother, Dapo. Dapo's on the call tonight. He's going to tell us a great story. Welcome, Dapo. Thank you for agreeing, and Tia's also on here. So, guys, welcome. Yonaldé, welcome to the call. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you so much, my friend Nick. It's always a pleasure to be on a call with you, and it's always a pleasure just to do business and life with you. And guys, I'm so sorry about my phone ringing.
It's busy.
It's my husband, so I must just probably tell him that don't stress, everything is in order.
Go on mute and I'll talk.
Listen, here's the thing. When Nick and I spoke about transformations and testimonies and about our company, and everything, the stories and everything that we've heard, we said that there's no other person but Dapo that can come on this platform and share with us the most amazing stories and testimonies about the product that we've got. And every single time, and it happened today as well, I've got the most lovely neighbors staying next to me. They're in their 80s, so they're like 40. I'm 40 and they're 40 years older than me, but I just love them. And, once in a while, I jump over the wall and I have a glass of wine with them at the fire. And this morning, when Hasi was busy and he was watering his garden, and I got back and I stopped and I was like, Hasi, how are you doing? I haven't seen you and, at Tani Halmin for a while. And are you guys doing okay? And he says, yeah, she hasn't been doing so well lately and her health is not okay. And, that's worrisome because yeah, we're quite fond of our neighbors and we all hang out and we love each other and support each other. And I immediately said to him, without a doubt, let me just park my car and I've got something that I want to give you. And here's the thing, we've got the most amazing products, and I'm not saying that because we are part of Partners Co. I'm not saying that because we are business owners in health and wellness. I'm not saying that we are trying to increase sales. I'm saying that because the stories and the testimonies and the things that we've experienced in front of our own eyes is something that is amazing. And even though we can't treat, diagnose, or cure anyone, we know that we've got products that's from the most natural's purest form, and that can help people really from healing from the inside out. So, Dapo, you are always on top of my mind whenever I think of testimonies and stories, and, you're just an incredible leader and such a big inspiration, and we admire you, and it's with so much pleasure that Nick and I can host you tonight. The floor is yours.
Thank you for the opportunity. First and foremost, I want to say thank you, Nick, for reaching out to me. Thank you also as well, Yolanda. When Nick reached out to me, I was honored whenever I'm given the opportunity to share my story. I don't take it lightly. I take it as a blessing because there's so many people who will be hearing your voice, seeing your face. And of course, when recorded, it's going to be replayed over and over again. So I don't take this very lightly. So Nick and Yolanda, thank you very much for inviting me to the call.
Thank you, Dapo. Absolutely. And as Yonaldé said, our business is about stories. And the success of our business, a $300 million debt-free company, startup even. It's startup. You don't get a startup company that already does $300 million Why is it doing that? That's the question. Why are we producing the numbers that we're producing? Because our product speaks for itself. We have an amazing corporate structure. I mean, Deanna Latson, who heads up our scientific advisory board, head of products, production there. We all know Deanna. Deanna, 100% for Deanna is not good enough. And that for us in the field is a big thing, because she'll accept something if it's 120%, and you know already the product will do what it says it's going to do, you know. So we don't want to keep everybody here. This call is designed to talk about our products. We're going to talk about Noni predominantly, but we're also going to talk about the Hero brand, which is in Southern Africa here, and we look forward to Nigeria getting the Hero brand soon. But you know, Noni for me, I'm a Noni boy. I'm a Noni boy. I swear by it, and I've focused on it. And, you know, I'm excited to do a call and tell people about this product that Yonaldé christened, and she calls it liquid gold, because that's exactly what it is. It's liquid gold. That's it. It's magic juice. So, Dapo, you've got a story that touched many people's hearts. Many people. When I heard it the first time on Todd's call, I was actually in tears, you know. So here's a tip for you guys. If you haven't got a box of tissues next to you, go and get a box of tissues, because the story that you're about to hear in Nigeria, South Africa, about Tahitian Noni Juice by Dapo. Dapo, tell us where you're from, tell us about you, and I want to.
Sure. Yes. Thank you. Well, I'm actually from Nigeria, but I'm based in Memphis, Tennessee. I had the opportunity to move to Memphis a few years back. My parents brought us here, but I am from Nigeria. I am from Ogun State, but lived in Lagos State while I was in Nigeria. But now currently, I'm not in Memphis, Tennessee, and I'm just proud to be an American Nigerian. I tell people all the time, I am the original, the authentic African American. I've lived there, and I live here as well. But yeah, so that is my quick story. I do have a background in physical therapy, but I've changed careers. I am now a licensed customs broker. So I deal with import and export. That is my field. So I do that along with this business of Tahitian Noni, should I say partner co. But it's been a blessing. And whenever you guys want me to start, I can go ahead and give my story. I'm trying to compose myself that I don't begin to get all teary, because every time I say this story, it just moves me because of what it has done for my life.
Go ahead, brother. You can start.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you very much. So on this fateful day, I was at a store in the US called Walmart. Everybody knows Walmart in the US. It's a big old store. It's a big old grocery store. And on this day, I was actually about to check out after buying some groceries. And I was talking on the phone while checking out, not knowing that there was someone behind me that was listening to my conversation. So I finished checking out. I'm walking to my car. It was during the summer. It was a hot summer I cannot forget. So I'm walking to my car, and then I hear, "Hey, man." I'm like, who's that? And the guy behind me said, "Hey, listen, man, I know you don't know who I am, but I heard your conversation about your mom, and I may have something for you." Let me just backtrack and say this. My mom, at the time, when she came to the States, she was diagnosed with some diseases. She had high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and diabetes. And she began taking one pill. She's also here in Memphis. I've intentionally stayed in Memphis to be close to her in case she needs me. So back then, she was taking one pill. It went from one pill to two to three, 3 to 4. And then before you knew it, she was taking 7 pills. And on Sundays, I did my best to go see her. And whenever I see her back then, I could tell that she was just lethargic. You know, she was just down. And that was from the side effects of taking the drugs. So now fast forward to this guy who I met at Walmart. He asked me, "I know you don't know who I am, but I may have something for you for your mom." So when he said that, my guards came down. And I said, so what do you have? He said, "Have you heard of Tahitian Noni Juice?" I said, "No, I don't know what that is." So, okay, how about this? You seem like a very cool dude. You seem educated. Have you heard of the medical PDR? When he said that, he caught my attention. Here in the US, every doctor has a book It's called medical physician's desk reference. The medical physician's desk reference. It's for the physician. It's always on their desk, and they make reference to it. So when he said that, I said, oh, yeah, I know what that is. I said, well, listen, if you don't mind, if you just walk to me to my car, I want to show you this juice and what it does. So of course, me being Hawaiian, I was very curious. So I walked him to his car, and he had that book right in his car. And me knowing how to open the book with my background in physical therapy, I went through the book, and there was a picture of Tahitian Noni and all what it does. That was all he had to do for me. I was sold, and I was done. The physician's desk reference, the medical PDR. So when he opened that book and it was there, I said, man, give me a case right away. I didn't want no bottle. I said, I want a case right away. I said, hey, Mom. So then he goes, whatever, and that was that on that. So I say, hey, Mommy, are you home? I said, yeah, baby, I'm home. I said, I'm on my way. I got something for you to drink. I go over to my mom. I bought her a case of 4 bottles. She began drinking it. Just 1 ounce in the morning and 1 ounce at night. I said, Mom, do not tell nobody. Don't tell your doctor. Don't tell nobody. Luckily, in the medical PDR, it states it is all natural, no side effects. So I say, Mom, you got nothing to worry about. So she was drinking it every day. 1 ounce in the morning, 1 ounce at night. Some days I would call her, hey, Mom, just check up on you. Have you drinking yet? Yeah, baby, I've drank it. Okay, just making sure. Fast forward 4 months later, I said, hey, Mom, I'm going with you to your doctor for your next medical checkup. I went to her, went to the room. It was just me and her at first. And then the first nurse comes in, puts her on a treadmill. They ran her for a few minutes. They stopped her, took her blood pressure, and walked out. Another nurse comes in, draws her blood, and steps out. And this is where the waiting game starts. And here in America, we have a little room where the doctors and nurses come see it. It's a very small private room. So we were just waiting there. 5 minutes pass, 10 minutes pass, 15 minutes pass. I'm getting a little nervous. Mom's getting a little nervous. Like, what's going on here? I said, no, let me just step out and let's see what's going on. Just make sure that they didn't forget about us. So I stepped out and I see the doctor and the nurse talk. I said, hey, doc, we're still here. Oh, we're sorry, Mr. Odusanya, we're going to be on your way. We're just doing some discussion and we'll be there very soon. No problem. Exactly 27 minutes later, because I was timing on my clock, the doctor walks in with the 2 nurses, and the doctor says, Mr. Odusanya, we don't know what you're doing, but your numbers look very, very good, and we're going to wean you off all 7 medications. My mom begins to cry. I begin to cry. In 4 months, my mom went from 7 pills to 0 pills. The doctor says, you know what, just to make sure that you're okay, we still want you to come back in another month, just for follow-up to make sure that everything's A-okay. A month later, my mom goes, this time I didn't go with her. And everything was just perfectly fine. My mom to this day cannot believe it. That sold me. I was blown away. And I'm very happy that I'm not shedding tears, because now that I see my mom, she not gives me a headache. She has so much energy. She has the attitude, but it's a good thing now. So that's my story about my mom. And when Nick told me to share this testimony, I began digging for some old resources. And I hope everybody can see this. We cannot kind of treat, cure, or heals, right? But we have so much documentation. I don't know if you guys can see this, but there's a book out there called Noni Juice. This book was written by Dr. Neil Solomon. And it talks about how you can use noni to help with a lot of conditions. There's another book out there also as well on 101 ways that you can use noni to help with diseases. I even got a copy of the PDR. And now, I don't know if you guys can see that. But now, I bought these books because that's who I am. I'm a merchant. I like showing people information. I like to create value for what we have. And when Nigeria was launched a few weeks ago, when it was announced, and many of my Nigerian brothers and sisters, you all know this, back then when we had Noni back then, and the numbers were released to us a few weeks ago when Nigeria got launched again. $40 million. $40 million of sales in Nigeria alone on one product. My mom now is a testimony that this product is amazing. I'm thankful. I'm full of joy. I have so many stories. I met so many strangers. And just remember this, everybody. What we have is a gift. That is so important. It is a gift. Don't try to sell it. You're missing the point. Share your story. Share my story. Share the science. Share from your heart and not from your head. If someone, some will, some won't, so what? Go to the next person. Share with love. Share from your heart. Because there's so many people out here who need what we have. And what we have in Tahitian Noni Juice, now you know this, there's so many versions of Tahitian Noni Juice. We have GNC Noni, we have Costco Noni, we have Walmart Noni. But you want the brand Tahitian Noni. Go and Google this. You can trace every bottle from the tree to the bottle. And we have a video about that. So Nick, I can keep on talking. I have more testimonies, but now see my mom after all these years, she'll be 72, 73 now. I should have got a picture of her. She looks amazing, no pills, and she's still drinking Noni Juice every single day. So Nick, thank you for letting me share.
You know, you said something, Dapo, thank you again. You said something that we are blessed. We are very blessed with Tahitian Noni Juice, especially on the African continent where, you know, medicine is expensive, right? Medicine, it costs a lot of money here. You have a natural medicinal product here, and no product can be referred to as a medicinal product unless it has the iridoids. The iridoids is what differentiates Tahitian Noni Juice to any other claim that everybody else has got. And that is what I love about it, because it's the stories that will sell the product. We don't have to go out there and try and get the sale. You said it, talk from the heart. Talk from the heart, be genuine, and watch what happens. Europe does 3.5 to 5 million euros per week in sales. That's what they do in sales. And where do they do it? In 3 little countries: Spain, France, and Italy. Those 3 countries generate all that revenue. Okay, and I'm just referring to Europe now. We have got an African continent here. We have 206 million, 206 million people in Nigeria. That's what's in Nigeria. In South Africa, we've got 66 million, excluding Namibia, Lesotho, and Swaziland. So the people are there. The people are there. Tell your story. Go out to everybody. Tell your story and watch what happens. I'm going to just show you a couple of slides that I prepared here, Yonaldé, and I just want to share this with you guys. I hope you guys can. You guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. You know, we got load shedding here, so my feed is now, I don't know, unstable again. So anyway, right. So what do you do next? What do you do next? Nigeria on the call. We've just launched Nigeria. In fact, South Africa, we've been here for a year and 5 months. And, you know, for me, I still say we're launching. We haven't even touched sides yet. It's going to get better now because we are more direction. There's more direction now. There's a partners council on the Southern African side. There's a partners council in Nigeria, which will include Nigerian brand partners in the very near future. But there's a lot of good things happening. So if you're a guest on the call and somebody invited you to the call, welcome again. Welcome to this call. But, you know, the opportunity is for those that grab it when they see it. You know, Richard Branson has a saying, if somebody offers you an opportunity and you're not sure how to do it, say yes and worry about how to do it afterwards. Why? Because in this business, you're in it for yourself, but not by yourself. So it's not that I can't sell. It's not a pyramid scheme. It's not any of those things. There are people there like me, like Yonaldé, like everyone else, all the leaders on this call that will go on to Zoom calls, do one-on-ones with you, do a three-way WhatsApp call or whatever with you, and help you get your team, enlarge your team and build your business with you. So there's two ways you activate. And this is again referring to Noni. We have the Elite Pack. Now, I've done a comparison for South Africa and Nigeria here. What it costs you and what you can make. If you want to buy a McDonald's tomorrow, you're going to pay $3 to $5 million, right? If you want to open a little grocery store at a gas station, it's going to cost you R1 million, right? South African rand. Here, we're saying you want to start a business. You don't need money to start this business. Because if you do it right from the beginning, you will start by showing a product, by using a product, becoming the product of the product. And in South Africa, you're going to pay a brand partner price of 2,714 rand for a case of Noni. In Nigeria, 70,000 naira, right? Your retail price is 3,870 rand. In Nigeria, 100,000 naira, right? Long story short, by the time you've sold only 3 bottles, because remember, take one out for yourself because you need to use the product because you need to tell a story. So if you take 1 bottle out, you're left with 3 and you sell them, you sell each bottle for 1,290 rand or 33,300 naira, your eventual profit per case will be 2,280 rand, South African rand, and 44,000 naira. So I've just flown through it very quickly. And then on the ultimate pack, the same example, take 1 out for yourself, you're left with 7 bottles, do the same principle, you will make 3,400 rand, South African rand for this pack, and in Nigeria up to 88,000 naira. So now go back to that sponsor, the person that invited you to this call. Let them explain to you how I've worked this out. It's here, the screen's here. You can screenshot it. It will explain to you exactly how it works. And the beauty about our business is you can work from home or you can work from a phone. And that's it. This app makes networking so easy. If you've got a smartphone, it's not a smartphone, I always say it, until it makes you money. So download the Partner Co-Share app. It's on the App Store, it's on Google Play. Put it on your phones. You don't need a computer. You've got everything at your fingertips. You can run this business in a shopping center, in a coffee shop where there is Wi-Fi there, free Wi-Fi. Do it there because people are coming there. Sit at a coffee shop, talk to a friend, raise your voice a little bit. Let the people around you hear what you have because you have a product. Believe me, you have a product. So just before I sign off and I close out, because Yonaldé's going to do the closeout, tomorrow night we have a corporate call about the compensation plan, our compensation C plan, we call it in Africa. Show me the money is the heading, is the title of tomorrow night's call. Be on that call. It's at 7 o'clock South African time, 6 o'clock Nigerian time, PM. Be on that call. Blessing Edit and now on. They will go through the compensation plan. Let's pack it out. Tell your teams. Let's pack it out because knowledge is power, but applied knowledge will bring you to where you want to go. So they say what you think about, you bring about. Start living your life. Start living your life because if you see what Tahitian Noni can do for you as far as financial reward is concerned, it will give you true residual income. And what you're seeing in this picture here will be yours one day. So live it. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Yonaldé, you can close out for us. Thank you.
Nick, I just love it when you say that, and then I know it is final and we are done for the evening. I just want to say, gentlemen, it was such an honor to be on a Zoom with both of you. And at this very moment, I've got one of you on my left and the other one on my right. And that is just an amazing symbol of our company, our partnership, our friendship, our love, our support. And you know, just everything. We are here to uplift, empower, inspire, and motivate everyone to be purposeful, driven entrepreneurs. But we are also here to help people to heal from the inside out. And it's like what Dapo said, if you serve with an open heart and you serve to help people, your whole dynamic changes. Don't waste your time on begging people to try your product. I understand that 40 years ago, when people started with direct selling, that was kind of like, quote unquote, a Kirby reseller that burst into your door, and before you know it, he washed 7 carpets, and you sit with a machine you don't even know how to operate or how to pay off, as a matter of fact. But you know, just to be on a Zoom, so quick, prompt, packed full of so much valuable nuggets and you know, just glorified stories. It was such an honor. And may you have an amazing weekend and show us the money, babies.
Hey, Yonaldé, I'm sorry. I have posted the link of the online version of the PDF.
Okay, thank you, Dapo.
It's
I
a
really
chat.
appreciate that.
Thank you, Dapo. Awesome.
You guys are so amazing. You must have a wonderful, wonderful evening. May you rest well, love, surf, and grow together with trust, hope, and a plan. And remember, open mouth, open shop.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone. Thank you again for the
Good night.
Thank
Great
you.
job.
Good night. Good night, everyone.
Thanks, Yonaldé.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Good
Ooh,
night,
that
everyone.
fantastic. Good night.
Your birthday.
Thank you.